What's up, guys? It's Matt Diamond and I'm back at it again. You see where I'm at? I'm in the kitchen. I'm about to cook supper. It's a Sunday night. I already got the beef going. I'm about to do Matoke. I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients. I'm gonna show you the Jiko. We have the stove here with the propane, with the gas. However, gas prices are crazy in Kenya right now, and food tastes much better on the Jiko. And there's like apparently two different kinds of Jiko cooking. There's the one that we're doing with the charred wood that we call maka. I hope I pronounced that well. And then in the village, apparently they do stone Jiko, where you do 3 stones and then you feed the wood in between the stones up underneath the sufuria. The sufuria is the pot. Do I have one handy? No, but I'll show you. You'll be seeing it. So I hope you enjoy this episode of Dining with Diamond. When I was doing Dining with Diamond in 2021, I only made a couple episodes. I'm gonna do more, but I was eating out. I was eating outside at restaurants and hotels. But this is gonna be Dining with Diamond in the kitchen, in the house, home cooking. All right, so stay tuned. I got more footage coming. So here is Matoke. All right, we got some green onion right here, tomato, onion, potato, and then we take a look here. This is the Jiko. We got the beef going already right there. This is a bone soup. So the bone soup is exactly what it sounds like. We're boiling bones, but it's not eating bones. It's bones that are butchered that way, so they still have the fat, the morsel, and some meat on there. So it's soup made completely out of bones. You add some salt. I chose to add pepper. I chose to add garlic. And to top it off, when it's finished, I'll do some of the green onion, or as we call them in America sometimes, we call them scallion. Okay, so the other staple food, the Matoke. Now these aren't the most beautiful Matokes in town because I bought them maybe 5 days ago, but they come into Nairobi every day. They come from an area called Kisii. It's a highlands area that's very green. A lot of agriculture, a lot of Matoke. What is a Matoke? So I'm not gonna tell you like a pro, but I'm gonna tell you the little bit that I know. So number 1, banana. This is a highland banana, okay? So you'll be seeing how I prepare it and we'll talk more about that. But as far as the history of it, according to my research, this Matoke came into Africa around the 5th or 6th century. I also saw documentation that was between the 3rd and 4th century. It came out of Southeast Asia. In particular, what I'm seeing is it came out of India. And whenever you learn your Kenyan and your East African and your Sub-Saharan African history, you know right away that it came through the slave trade. Not only were people being traded, all right, but food, spices, religion by the Muslims that were coming into Africa about 1500 years ago. So this particular food, it's a major staple that's credited to being the only of its kind and at home right here in East Africa. When I say East Africa, we're talking about Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania. If I missed anything, comment and let me know. If you're eating it in your country or you grow it in your country and I didn't name you, let me know. I'm just telling you the best that I know. So it was introduced here apparently way back then, and then food evolves over time, and then now up to this point it's credited to being the only of its kind in the entire world, and it's a major staple food that we like. It's full of starch, it's good for energy, it's good for your health, it's good for your growth, and that's Matoke. So I'm gonna be slicing this Matoke, the peel of it, the outside. I'm gonna be peeling it just like you would a potato so that we get to the inside. Then we're gonna boil it just like you do a potato. And yes, you saw the potatoes in the sink. I have to rinse them, right? And we're going to be boiling them with these potatoes. By the way, These potatoes, all of these potatoes you see, it was about 150 shillings, which would be, I'm calculating in my head, let's say about $1.35. I have 6 Matoke here, and let me try to remember. I think this was 40 shillings. 40 shillings would be about 35 cents. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think they were 3 for 20 shillings each. These onions, I just bought these at the kibanda outside. They were 10 shillings each, which is about 8.5 pennies, 9 pennies. One bundle of green onion is 5 shillings. As you see, the vegetables, I kind of might have mentioned it before. I don't know if I addressed this before. When you look at them, they don't look flawless. They don't look perfect. They don't look like they're ready for a TV commercial. They look like they came from the ground, because that's where our food is supposed to come from, right? So that's Matoke. I would have loved to have gone further on it, but I kind of crash coursed the history a little bit because I had questions, and I was asking, my friends that are here with me, I say, is this Matoke indigenous to Africa? They said yes. I said, are you sure? And whenever I looked it up, lo and behold, it was brought here, but it's been here so long that it has become an absolute part of the culture. And I don't know, if you don't like Matoke, I don't know what's wrong with you, because it's good. There's more than one way to prepare it, so you prepare it the way you like, you enjoy it, you eat it, and keep rolling with me. Alright guys, so we have chopped up all of the potato, right? That is a potato. And this is Matoke. I think you can see the difference. Yeah. especially right there on the insides. Potato and Matoke. Alright guys, we got a light bubble on the maji, on the water, on the Jiko, the Matoke and potato is going. By the way, I didn't point that out. I love potatoes. Grew up eating them a lot, right? So whenever I chopped, I did 50% potato, 50% Matoke. So I hope you like it that way, but if you don't, that's okay. Feel free to share your Matoke recipe in the comment section, because I'm going to be draining this once it's done, and then I'm gonna fry it and make it a little bit soupy, because I don't really like it so dry. And I'm also only going to mash it kidogo, because I like it to be a little bit chunky and lumpy. All right, so here we go. We got it going. I'm gonna speed up the process just a little bit with this guy. I'm gonna cover it up. I don't have a big enough lid for this big sufria, so we're using the big old frying pan. So we'll see you soon with the final stage of the process. Voila. We've got some matokes. Look at that. There's a potato. It cooked up so fast. The boil was slow. You see the boil is not even a rolling boil, but everything is cooked very nice. It's soft. Maybe it's a little too soft, I'm not sure, but I know it's gonna taste good. Alright guys, so while I was boiling, I chopped my tomato, I chopped my onion, I left some green onion for the Matoke. The other green onion I put on the beef, and I'm about to put a little bit of oil on the sufria. I'm gonna fry the tomato and the onion first, then tomato. Just like when you're making wet fry, when you're making stew, whenever you're frying up your beef, your pork, your chicken, whatever animal it is that you're eating. So that is the next phase in the process, and dinner is almost ready. See, we got it going on. I just drained these off. This is a strainer, so the maji is gone. So let's get it going. You can hear that oil sizzling already because the pot is hot. So just like usual, we let those onions saute, soften up, get a little bit of color on them. Then we throw in the tomatoes. We give them about a minute or two, and then boom, I'm gonna put the matokes on top. Alright guys, we got our onions nice and soft. We got our tomatoes softened up a bit. It could go a little bit longer, but we're ready to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and push ahead on the process. Boom. Like so. I'm just going to let that sit undisturbed for about at least 10 minutes before I give it a stir. Probably 15 minutes total. And we're just going to call it good. We'll give it a little bit of mash, and then we're ready to smash the plate. Alright guys, we're wrapping it up now. The Jiko is starting to burn just a little bit slow, so I actually moved it in here onto the stove just to give it the final touches. 5 more minutes. I put it in. It's already soft like I was showing you, so I'm not really going to mash it any more than it already is, because it's going to kind of mash up on its own, especially right now. I put a little bit of maji on it, a little bit of water, like that much water, not too much. So right now, it's just reducing down a bit. So you could honestly think of this Matoke dish. It's essentially like a semi mashed potato, semi mashed banana. But like I said, some people mash it all the way, just like a mashed potato or mashed banana. So I'll get a little video whenever we plate it up and show you the final touch. That is the Matoke, that is the bone soup. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like how it looks. I can't wait to see how it all tastes. I tasted a little bit as I went, but I'm going to get the real deal right here. So, until next time, peace and love, Kenya.